What's up, y'all, and welcome back to CountryCast. Today we are going to be talking about two topics that are just breaking the internet right now. Country star Tim McGraw recently shared a wild-looking photo of himself, and it has now gained a ton of attention not only from country fans, but also other country artists and one Pro Football Hall of Famer. We're also going to be talking about the support that Morgan Wallen has been receiving from several country artists and fans about his recent debacle that happened last weekend over COVID protocols and missing out on Saturday Night Live. Find out what other country artists have to say about Morgan Wallen, as well as what a bunch of other people have to say about this wild-looking photo of Tim McGraw. Y'all know what to do. Stick around. We'll be back. And just like always, real quick before we get started, remember to head on over to our social accounts, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to give us a like and a follow. Our Facebook is CountryCast, our Instagram is CountryCast News, and our Twitter is at CountryCast News. Remember, if you're new here or if you've been by the YouTube show before and just haven't had that opportunity to hit the subscribe button down below yet, please go ahead and do so. Remember to turn on those notifications as well. Give us a thumbs up too so YouTube knows that you love us here at CountryCast, and we can keep bringing you updates on your favorite country artist and all the news coming right out of Music City. All right, so let's go ahead and get into what we have for you guys today, starting with Tim McGraw and the wild photo that he recently shared to his Instagram. And here is that photo of Tim McGraw. That's right, it's the 90s Tim with the mullet that he is sporting as well. We miss Indian Outlaw, Don't Take the Girl, I Like It, I Love It, Please Remember Me, something like that. The hits go on for days back in the 90s with Tim. We just want this wild, crazy 90s mullet-having country Tim McGraw back. This man has definitely been here a very long time in country music. His sound has changed for sure, but man, do we miss the 90s Tim McGraw. And according to The Outsider, who was able to pull some comments from this Instagram post that has just a ton of comments, so they are really difficult to find, so thanks to The Outsider who found these. This is just what some folks had to say from country music, fans, and a Pro Football Hall of Famer. Chris Lane, fellow country artist, just simply wrote the word legend. The Pro Football Hall of Famer was Brett Favre, who shared, "We were running hard in our prime, if my memory serves me well." And then finally, an Instagram user wrote, "You've been a country music star in 4 different decades. You even survived the 90s mullet era. The list of singers being relevant over 4 decades is pretty much just George Strait and you." Gotta admit, it's pretty awesome that Brett Favre gave Tim a shout out on this photo. But looks like Tim is having some fun here. This wide-eyed photo that he's doing, this crazy stare with the majestic mullet flowing right off of his shoulders. Not really sure where Tim is at in this picture, but again, it looks like he was just having a good time back in the 90s when country music was just in a really good place. And Tim fit into that era, if you ask me. His sound, like I said earlier, has changed over the years, but I think Tim really fit well in the 90s. But he's been in the game for some time and definitely deserves some credit for all that he has done in country music. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into Morgan Wallen and the support that he has been receiving ever since he issued an apology for the events that transpired last weekend, what appeared to be right after an Alabama football game. Now, for the ones out there who are not clear on what happened with Morgan Wallen this past weekend, here is a quick recap. Morgan Wallen initially shared a photo to his Instagram this past weekend displaying that he was attending an Alabama football game. Well, there were several videos that surfaced to TikTok on that same weekend showing what appeared to be Morgan Wallen in different locations and partying. However, in those videos, it did not appear that Morgan Wallen had any COVID protocol in mind. He was seen not wearing a mask, not social distancing, and this would come back to bite him because Saturday Night Live has now canceled him from being a part of their show and giving a live performance because of the risk with COVID. And if you want the full story on Morgan Wallen's epic weekend, make sure you head on over to that video on our channel to check that out. But for right now, we are going to be talking about the support that Morgan has been receiving since his apology video about that weekend. So, people live and they learn, right? Morgan Wallen is a man who takes ownership of the things that he does. We have seen that in the past, and he's doing it again with this, and he is gaining a lot of respect for that. And we just hope Morgan Wallen the best. But here is the apology that he gave after that weekend. After we watch this video, we will get into the support he is receiving, and it is a ton of it. But here is that apology video from Morgan Wallen.
What's up, guys? It's Morgan. It's a tough video for me to make, but a necessary one. And I just wanted to let you know ahead of time that I actually did write some stuff down, because I got a lot to say, and this is something that I take serious, and I don't want to miss anything that's in my heart. So if you see me looking away from the video for a second, that's why. I'm in New York City in a hotel room. I was getting ready for SNL this Saturday, and I got a call from the show letting me know that I will no longer be able to play. And that's because of COVID protocols, which I understand. I'm not positive for COVID, but my actions this past weekend were pretty short-sighted, and they have obviously affected my long-term goals and my dreams. I respect the show's decision because I know that I put them in jeopardy, and I take ownership for this. I'd like to apologize to SNL, to my fans, to my team for bringing me these opportunities, and I let them down. And on a more personal note, I think I have some growing up to do. I think I've lost myself a little bit. I've tried to find joy in the wrong places, and I don't know, it's left me with less joy. So I'm gonna go try to work on that. I'm gonna take a step back from the spotlight for a little while and go work on myself. I wish I could have made country music and my fans proud this Saturday, but I respect the decision once again, and Lauren Michaels actually gave me a lot of encouragement by letting me know that we'll find another time to make this up. So that means a lot to me. Thank you for that. And lastly, I know that I'm taking some heat, a lot of heat, but I just wanted to let you guys know that your messages of encouragement haven't gone unnoticed either. It may be a second before you hear from me for a while, but I'm gonna go work on me, and I appreciate y'all respecting that, and I'll talk to you soon. I love you.
I mean, right there it is, folks. Morgan Wallen takes ownership. He also talks about taking time to reflect on himself and how he's got growing up to do. But trust me, he has been receiving an outpouring amount of love and support, not only by fans, but other country artists as well. And there were so many comments on this video. So thanks to Country Living for pulling a couple comments from country artists that reached out to Morgan on this video. Miranda Lambert said, "You're a sweetheart. We got you." Jake Owen writes, "Don't beat yourself up, pal. God is still working on you." Morgan Wallen has skyrocketed through country music. In my last video, I talked about how many listeners he has a month on Spotify. Over 10 million. It's more than Luke Combs. Morgan Wallen is huge right now. But I gotta say, I really hope that he finds his path and where he wants to continue to head in life, and he gets back on the right track if that's what he feels like he needs to do. When he talks about stepping away, not really sure what that can mean for Morgan Wallen. We know he's very active on social media. He's very active with his fans and his music and songwriting. So we could see a period of time where we might not be getting any of that from Morgan Wallen. But ultimately, the goal here is for Morgan to take that time to reflect on himself. And when he's back, we'll welcome him with open arms, and we will love to have him back because Morgan Wallen is a treat to have in country music. And the guy is damn good, and there's a lot of folks out there that love him. So it's great to see the support that's rallying behind Morgan Wallen, and we're going to continue to stand behind him. It's all right. People can make mistakes, and we can move on from it. And I think we're going to see that with Morgan, because 2020 has been a little rough for him. We do know he was arrested earlier this year in front of Kid Rock's Honky Tonk Bar on the alleged charges of disorderly conduct and drunk in public. He also came out with an apology then as well to his social media. So Morgan Wallen has no problem with taking ownership and really learning from what happens in his life. So again, Morgan Wallen, good luck. We are here for you, and we can't wait to have you back and stronger than ever. Guys, that will be it for today's video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Turn those notifications on so you never miss out on any breaking updates on your favorite country artist and all the news coming right out of Music City. Y'all stay country.